Today's edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox is brought to you by Gulfstream Park.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon and happy Boxing Day, also known as the day after Christmas, to everybody, and welcome to another edition, a weekend edition of, well, actually a week-ending edition of the Lunchbox. I'm a little bit frazzled. We're here at Gulfstream Park, Ten Palms, our Friday fun place. We got Jeff Defo Forest, we got Mike Lubie Lubitz, and look who's here today, sitting in the guest chair, guest host, the great Chris Perkins from the Sun Sentinel. He does cover the Dolphins, or in this case,
that gives them the rest of the season off.
If there's not a GM or coaching search, though.
And not just covering them, but kicking dirt on them.
Wait a minute, did
now.
you catch that, Mayo? Coaching search? I thought that was
that
solid, reported by Adam Schefter.
Yeah. There's a question as to whether Mike McDaniel's job is safe.
Ooh.
So I don't think it should be. I think he should be gone, but we'll get to that.
You've
later.
made that abundantly clear in the press throughout the year.
Yes,
I don't know what your relations are like now. I don't know if it's ever gotten as bad with McDaniel and you as with me and Shula.
Right.
But we'll get there in a second. Let's just first set the table, so to speak. We're at Ten Palms, where they have great food. Every day there's live racing activity here at Gulfstream Park, which now this time of the year is Thursday through Sunday. Soon after the new year, next week when we're back, it'll be going to a 5-day-a-week schedule, Wednesday through Sunday. We've got some of the great new menu items here, including the chicken parmesan, backed by popular demand because we had it last week. The pork bao buns.
Excellent.
Old reliables, we got shrimp tacos, we got a burger, we've got Defo's grilled chicken breast along with feta cheese, we got a chicken Florentine soup. We're going to have Joe Beja here later in the show
chicken
to talk about.
A la vodka?
Yeah, well, I said chicken
Oh, you
parm.
did? Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
I didn't say a la vodka. Sorry. No, it's all
It's a
good.
nice touch.
And, and we started the day off because I love the fact that not only he's a Renaissance man, he likes his sports, he likes his food, he also likes his gambling. And tell him what happened last time you came to Gulfstream. Did a certain person give you a certain tip that came through?
It did. You did. You gave a tip, and it came through at Churchill Downs, baby. And it was
9-1.
Yeah,
right?
Me and my boy Big E, man. We both ate. We both ate that day, man.
I noticed he came back out here.
Yeah, Big E came back out.
Situation.
Big E heard Mayo was giving tips again.
Here's the thing. That same horse who got us the money last time was running just before we started the show today. And it's a friend of the show. It's co-owned by our friend Todd Cusato, who's, I don't know if he's up at the Big A today at Aqueduct, but the horse is named Double Your Money. Last time he more than quadrupled on money, which was very great. Today, he ran a hard-fought second as the 7-5 favorite.
Yeah.
Looked like even money to me.
Was it even money?
Yeah.
And I ended up doing the win place bet. You just did the win.
I just did the win.
And
so I usually do win place show. So
I hedged. So of course I turned $60 into $30. And so instead of double your money, the horse should be named Have Your Money.
That's right. Get your money back.
So Todd, we won't hold that against you because the horse, we're still in the black with that horse. For the
Hung
year.
in there pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, we was drilled with a speedball, the 4-horse. Just
got your money's worth, though.
Yep.
I have a friend who has a horse in the 6th race today. Here at Gulfstream. Horse's name is The Town. I happened to be on the scene at Keeneland when this horse made his much heralded debut. Got bet down, pounded, got left in the gate, was 30 lengths behind the field. Comes up and gets a really miraculous second in the race, and then runs back at Gulfstream, heavily bet again, and once again gets left in the gate from the 10 hole in like a mile and a 16th race, almost impossible to win from there anyway. And is 20 lengths back, comes on again and gets second. So we'll be favored today in the 6th race. But
this is here at Gulfstream.
At the stream today, my buddy A.J. Johnson, Bleacher Brothers, he runs the whole thing, and he got invested in horse racing. And has a couple of horses that actually have some real potential.
Do we know what's the number of The Town in the 6th race?
Would be the 4-ball.
4-ball in the 6th. And
if the horse breaks anywhere near the field, you would have to think I mean,
Gotta be a
that it's
favorite,
going to really
Well,
be strong.
Yeah.
There's two ways this can go. Number one is
Well, there's like a lot of ways. It could
Yeah,
go
well-
like 1,000.
well, he's either going to win or he's not going to win. That's-
999 are bad.
But I'm saying this: the fact that the horse has had troubled starts 2 times, it means one of 3 things. Oh, actually, 2 things. Number one, he could be just a trouble horse who
Yep.
breaks slow in a tangle and is never going to give himself a chance to win. Or number 2, he'll break clean today and win by 10 lengths.
Yep.
Brad Cox is a trainer. You got to figure. I mean, there are some trainers that couldn't train a dog to eat steak. But Cox, you have to figure, is aware of this horse's potential, and we'll get him out of the gate today. No.
Yeah, I hope. But again, if he's going to be even, I'm going to play him to place because I think, once a horse starts finishing second,
Yeah.
they call it seconditis, right? And some horses just
Yeah.
love to finish second.
That can go a lot of ways too. And I'm a big fan of the back wheel, so I try to spot these horses that can't win but run second. But sometimes you see a horse, it's kind of like going up to the roulette wheel and you see a sea of black and you're thinking it's got to be red. You're thinking this horse ran second like 2 races in a row, so he's got to run second again. Boom, play him in third. All the time.
All third. Okay.
I don't want to jinx AJ.
So I do my win place show. This might sound like a
you
win
won't
place
make any
show,
money
but-
on that. It's probably
Yeah,
not
no,
worth
that's
it.
the
You
thing.
got to do him in some
That's
kind of
just-
exotic.
yeah.
But,
Yeah, that's
the story.
That's
So
just staying in the race.
I'll be filming that. I'll be filming that today for Bleacher Brothers with my what is this? An Android
Your
phone
equipment.
camera.
Right,
Yeah. I'm using Lubie's equipment.
There you go.
Well, this is going to be an exciting time because it is when a lot of horses that we have connections, people know everybody from throughout the country is here on the grounds at Gulfstream now, and that's why tomorrow we got a contest race, which is pretty intriguing because it's like one of those. I'm not even doing the stakes race. We'll get to the contest later, but it's like a 12-horse field in a turf allowance race where there's a lot of back class, a lot of horses that have run in stakes races all over the country. I love those races because you try to figure them out, and it all comes down to trips and things like that. And I love going against the favorites, bet against the chalk in those races, but we'll get to that.
See, you like the stakes races. I like the biggest pigs at a fair meeting. That's where my strength is when it comes to handicapping. It's like picking bad football teams, Chris, which we happen to have here in town.
Speaking
We're talking
of
about bad football
football teams. All right. Let's get to it. I mean, we have Chris Perkins here. For those who are not into the sports, too bad because we got him here.
I mean,
And the
track.
Dolphins, like it or not, they're going to be generating news, even though let's start with drum roll, please, for the 26th consecutive season. There will
There you
not
go.
be a playoff win and not even a playoff appearance.
Yeah.
And again, the
How many
playoff
26?
Since 2000.
Isn't that crazy?
Since
Wow.
2000.
From what they were before that?
longest playoff victory drought.
Andy Reid was
Yeah.
slim.
And
when the
the-
last time they won a playoff.
Yeah.
So, what do we make, first of all, of the Dolphins season? I think I forgot what you were at the beginning of the season. You
He
kind
thought
of like
they'd
was-
be decent.
I
I
was
thought
9
they
and
were
8.
decent.
I was
said
9 and 8.
He thought
Yeah,
they'd be
yeah.
decent. We thought they'd be
I thought
actually
the front
about
seven
where
was going to
they'll
be
be, I
good.
guess.
Yeah, yeah.
and
So
wrap it up. Where are they? Where are they heading? What do you foresee for the future?
season has been a failure and a disaster.
Ooh.
The whole
Any other nice things to say?
That's right. I'm about to get
Tell
to
us how you
How's
really
the food?
feel.
How's the new
Tell us
food?
how you
Let's
really
get to the
feel.
bad stuff now. The Mike McDaniel era to me has been a big disappointment. He inherits a team that has back-to-back winning seasons, turns it into a team that makes back-to-back playoff appearances, but now it's back to a team that's got
Cratered.
back-to-back losing seasons.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the season has cratered. Your GM has been fired, Chris Greer. Your quarterback has been demoted, Tua. He's not the second team quarterback. He's the third team quarterback.
Which is weird.
And I don't see how you can keep the coach after the GM and the quarterback have flamed out. And really, above all, I don't know what the plan is going to be for next year because you don't have a GM or a coach yet. So you don't know if this is going to be a passing offense, a running offense. You have no idea.
You said coach yet. Didn't we get some sort of determination that Mike McDaniel is indeed coming back, or we don't know anything yet?
We don't know. Nothing has ever been said that's firm. This has been Steve Ross putting messages out through
Feelers, sources.
Yes. It's these test balloons to see what the fans are going to say. And really, the big thing to me is if I'm a fan, I'm not signing up for any tickets and merchandise next year because it's going to be a rebuild year or something like that. I'll come back in 2027, especially if you bring Mike McDaniel back. You're not going to have Tua, most likely. You're not going to have Tyreek Hill.
Thank
Probably
God.
Bradley Chubb will be gone. Jalen Ramsey, who you traded away as a first-team Pro Bowler with Pittsburgh this year at free safety.
Yeah.
Of course, now Minkah Fitzpatrick was a first alternate, so
he
it
played
wasn't
fine.
a total wipeout.
Minkah wasn't
But
bad.
it's once again you made a lot of bad personnel decisions,
Yep.
and the on-field product did not match up with the talent. And
No.
I overestimated the talent, saying that it was a 9-win team. It's probably more like a 7-win team, maybe 8.
They could have won 9.
But-
I mean, they blew a few games.
Well, you blew the
Who
Carolina
could
game
fix
where
it?
you had a
It's always the
17-0
question.
lead.
I hate to go Joe Zagacki on you, but he always used to do this on the radio and say, "Okay, who do you want to bring in?" And so who do you bring in that could fix it? I mean, who's?
Well,
in
you
your
have to-
opinion, Chris. I mean,
I don't know who the GM would be, and that's the more
But
more
as a
important thing
coach,
than the coach.
yeah, I mean-
That's the
oh,
more
you
important
think?
thing
Yeah,
than the
all
coach.
right,
But
yeah.
coach, you've got a lot of options. If you want to look in house to Anthony Weaver, the defensive coordinator, who I don't think is a good choice. If you want to go with some experienced coaches, there's Cliff Kingsbury.
After the Cincinnati game, I don't know that Weaver could be anything but expendable at this point.
Yeah,
point,
no,
I'd
I
rather
mean,
have
the
Rick
defense,
Weaver.
the defense has been disappointing.
Rick Weaver would make a better
right,
defensive
right.
coordinator.
Joe Brady from Buffalo.
See, Brady is
Cliff
very
Kingsbury,
intriguing.
Arthur Smith.
Kingsbury, I don't know what to do with, but
Vance Joseph.
Joe Brady would be he's a South Florida guy.
He is.
And he
I mean,
has been-
Vance Joseph has the former Dolphins defense
know.
coordinator. He has that defense in Denver
Yeah,
playing
and
so
he's done
well.
a good job. But
You know,
we've seen that before. He's
so
a head coach before.
there's a bunch of options out there for head coach. There's probably like 8 or 10 head coach options, but the GM is the more.
Let's
What-
let's
That's
back
what I
up
was-
to the GM.
I was going to
for
ask
that.
about that.
But I'll let you ask about the quarterback.
No, I was going to
and
ask
that
about the
rumor.
GM.
But the GM situation, I thought Hyde wrote a very intriguing column the other week about how, if you're looking for a new GM, don't you want to look to winning organizations
Yes.
Yeah.
and look at some of the underlings, the
Yes.
assistant GMs
Yep.
at some of the places that have shown that they know
Yes.
how to rebuild and pick talent. The New Englands of the world,
the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Eagles are where I
I
would
mean, San Francisco,
San
Philly,
The
Francisco,
Niners,
although we went to
Detroit.
San Francisco for a coach, that didn't work out so good. But the bottom line is instead we have people who have been involved with the Raiders,
Right.
which
Yeah,
not
right.
exactly a
a winning
championship
organization. Right.
franchise.
They look
They-
great, don't they?
Yeah, they got a champ from there, but not a
Did
championship.
you see? I was
caliber.
watching this last night, the Lane Kiffin documentary, 30 for 30 on Lane Kiffin.
Oh, Jesus.
And all of the stuff with Al Davis, I mean, you're literally looking like an insane person, even though he had his elements of crazy genius. But
Right.
the way that, he buried this franchise, and it's amazing they can never get better as storied of a franchise as it once was. And
that's the
unfortunately,
Dolphins.
that's what's
Yes.
happening here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of storied
Yeah.
franchises, once upon a time.
Exactly. Well,
So who do you? Was there credence to that? Should they be looking at a successful, underling
Yes.
as opposed to a?
yes.
The Lions.
Yes, they
look
should.
what the Lions
Yes, they
have built. I mean,
should.
talent-wise.
And look, so for me, you guys know what I say about this team is that they need to build a complete team.
Yes.
The way Philly did, Detroit did, San Francisco did.
Yep.
Don't just be quarterback reliant, but that's what the Dolphins have been too often when they hired coaches such as Joe Philbin and
Yep.
Adam Gase and Mike
Yep.
McDaniel, and they didn't have a strong GM to tell them, no, you're doing the wrong thing. So this time, hire a strong GM and make sure you get a coach who also wants to build a complete team. Don't go for this quarterback whisperer type stuff. So that's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
And
Well,
just-
my thing is, and I'll move on to the rumors that are swirling, but you've always heard this for years. GMs are going to want to be aligned with a coach they brought in
Right.
or a coach that they at least worked with prior. Like, this is what we've talked with you for years about. This is what the Dolphins have now done under Ross every time.
Yep.
It's either
Piecemeal.
keep the GM, get a coach, keep the coach, get a GM.
Right.
It does not work. You're not
Does
going to
not.
get someone of quality in that way. I'm sure you haven't talked to Ross a bunch of times, but I feel like maybe you've come across, like, it boggles my mind to see how he's so different from the business world where everything, he's the one that just invests millions into West Palm,
Yep.
and now West Palm is supposed to be the next freaking Miami. Like
Yep.
he's so ahead of the curve when it comes to the Hudson Yard thing. Is all
Yep.
people talk about in New York,
Yep.
and it's freaking New York.
Yep.
Like he's so great with everything he does. Even with Michigan, they go and win a title after he puts money in Michigan.
Yep.
But he's so bad with the Dolphins. Like I'm so confused at how he handles the Dolphins, and why are you just letting McDaniel sit there? Like it's just stupid.
To encapsulate.
Yes.
With real estate, Ross has visions, and
he's
the
brilliant.
Midas
Right.
touch turns everything to gold.
Right.
With
He's
the
horrendous
Dolphins,
with the Dolphins.
he has nightmares, and everything he touched turns to the Hindenburg.
No, but
Right.
he's making money.
100%
I
right.
mean, they're not
100%
losing
right.
money.
He's been great as a business.
No,
person.
they're not losing. No NFL team loses money.
Right.
I mean, you got the TV contract. It's
Now,
impossible.
winning
It's
games
impossible.
is a whole other thing.
Yeah. Winning is a different thing, and Steve Ross trusts the wrong people. That's the biggest thing that he has working against him. When he first took the job, it was Carl Peterson, the former Kansas City Chiefs executive, who he was listening to, and that turned out to be bad. And then it's gone through just a litany of names, from Mike Tannenbaum to Dennis Hickey to Jeff Ireland and all of Chris Greer and all of these people. So he's got to figure out, who can I trust to get me to hire the right GM? Because look, I'll say this: when you talk about owners, your number one job is hiring the right GM or person to run the organization, right?
Yes.
What makes Mickey Arison a great owner?
Riley.
He hired Pat Riley.
Yeah.
What makes Vinny Viola so great? He finally found Bill Zito.
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do. And so Steve Ross needs to figure out, is it a head hunting firm? Is it somebody that I trust in the league to help me figure out who to hire? Is it Tom Garfinkel, the president, who also has a Midas touch? He's on
good
the business
He's
side,
great with
but
business.
he does F1, he does tennis,
Right.
he did the stadium
He's
renovation,
nailed it out of the
he
park
got
with
the
everything
national
he's done.
championship
He
there.
seems to know what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing,
But he doesn't touch
so maybe
players,
he needs to have he was behind the tank. He was behind the tank for Tua idea. But they keep telling me that he's not as involved in football now, that Brandon Shore, the salary capologist, is gaining more power. He's kind of like the Andy Ellisberg, of the Miami Heat, who is the salary capologist. But Brandon Shore, he's like 40 years old. He was on The Athletic, did a 40 under 40, top 40 under 40 in the NFL a couple of years ago. He was on that. But right now, he's in charge of analytics, video, security, the sod farm. He's got I know. Yes,
that's too much,
they're proud of that sod farm up north too. But he's in charge of
we
of
all
all
appreciate fine grass.
That's
at this table, so.
exactly.
Can't
Yeah,
grow
right,
enough
exactly.
of it. You really can't.
Exactly. I think he's got to deal
So in
with
other words,
Truby
we're
with the
screwed,
Dolphins.
is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Well,
No?
right. It looks that. I mean,
things can turn quickly, as the
yes.
Patriots have shown.
Would
Yes,
you,
yes,
rather
yes.
come from this has always been a sports question, but would you rather come from like the bottom, the basement? Patriots win 4 games last year. They turn it around. They look really good. I mean, even if they don't do much in the postseason, they really had a great turnaround season.
yeah.
But the Dolphins, that was always one of the beefs. Like, we were always mediocre, so we can't
But you
get any
don't,
better.
you don't have to go to the basement nowadays, though. Like the Rams didn't go to the basement. Tampa Bay didn't go to the basement. The Rams get rid of like Aaron Donald and all these guys, and they bounce right back.
Yes.
I mean, Tampa Bay gets rid of Tom Brady,
Yes.
and they bounce right
Yeah,
back.
and that's a guy that Dolphins looked at when they hired Dennis Hickey.
Yeah, I
now
mean, Denver
speaking-
didn't go down that far. They took the
No, they went and got
$85
Sean
hit
Payton,
without
who
Russell
knows how to
Wilson.
do all of it.
All right, Lubie, bring up the rumor, and after
yes.
Tua, because it seems pretty obvious that Tua's days
Well,
are
when
done
you
here.
make him
They're
the
gonna
third guy,
they're going to
that's-
eat the contract. They're going to. The rumor I heard from a source who is completely unreliable, but that they're just going to end up like waiving the guy and eating the contract and
They
see
are.
what happens.
Yeah, no,
That's the idea.
they're going to try to find a trade for him. If they trade him, they can save, I believe it's $11 million on the salary cap, but you're still going to have like 30-something million in dead money.
Right. Well,
So-
Ross can
Better than
afford to get
100
money.
million.
Right.
Well, yeah, it is, but nobody's going to, nobody's going to
and then
trade
as far
for Tua
as-
That's a problem.
realistically.
Who's
but-
next?
Well,
Then
because
go ahead.
that's the talk.
But let me say
in-
this
yeah,
though.
go on.
You can designate Tua is going to be a $99 million cap hit.
Yeah.
You can take that all in 1 year, or you can designate him a post June 1st cut and make it $67 million next year and $32 million in 2027. So that's if they cut
And
him,
there's
you've
no-
got the 2 options.
Imagine this
99
guy's
million
getting
at one
cut,
time.
though.
or-
I mean, did you ever think you would be reporting that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
I thought it would be as a
Yeah.
It was a
result of
terrible
a hit
contract.
and a concussion. The surprising thing about him this year,
He didn't get healthy.
he didn't really get hurt.
He didn't get injured.
Right.
He didn't get hurt. He didn't get hit. He didn't get concussed.
I
He
know where
just
you're going, Lubie,
stuck.
but let me say this. That raises the point to me is everybody talks about, I say, what are the 2 or 3 best things Mike McDaniel did? And number one, everybody says he rehabbed Tua. And I say, no, he told Tua to throw it to Tyreek.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what was Tua before Tyreek? What has Tua been since Tyreek?
Nothing.
Not good.
Not good.
Well, I was going to say, and again, the rumor there's rumors out there. The Ravens are having the worst year, and I don't know. I don't remember the Ravens having a year like this in the Ozzie Newsome era.
They're screaming to fire.
Yeah, they're talking about firing John Harbaugh, top
And
3
Solomon,
coach in the
yeah.
league.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson's not happy that you're hearing negatives about Lamar Jackson, which I've never heard.
Mhm.
He's not a hard worker. He plays video games, which you've never heard any of these things about Lamar Jackson. He can't take criticism, which you would think they had criticism early in his career, but he has sort of just floated away along. He doesn't definitively want out, but he's not the happiest. They're not happy.
Mhm.
And the team that keeps coming up is the Dolphins because he's from
Boynton Beach.
Delray.
Boynton Beach. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's always comes here. He's here all the time. And they flirted with him. And Ross, it's openly known that Ross wanted him, and the
Mhm.
Dolphins didn't go after him
Mhm.
in the draft. What have you heard of these rumors, and how legit are these rumors of Lamar Jackson getting moved possibly to the Miami Dolphins? And Tua supposedly would be in that deal. That's my thing with that.
I don't know. I could see Lamar wanting to come here, but with the season still going on, it's just a rumor at this point.
Yeah.
Anything more than that is tampering, which the Dolphins are very
We've
familiar
already got in
with,
trouble
right?
with. Yeah. Just shut up.
We do that well, yeah. Only team ever gets caught.
Or do it very badly. Like from the Harbaugh and Peyton and Brady situations. They do it very
Well, he's out
badly.
here on the yacht. I don't know.
Right,
Just a
right,
coincidence.
right.
Forgot about the Harbaugh. They got popped for the Harbaugh thing too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I could see Lamar wanting to come here. If Lamar wants to come, yes. If it costs you 2 first-round picks and change, yes, because if I'm
still
not mistaken,
under
Lamar's
30.
29 years old.
Yeah. he's
So
under 30.
I would think he's still got 7 or 8 highly productive years.
And he's magically not gotten
left.
hurt or hit
Right,
really a
right.
lot.
Lamar does get hurt.
No dings, but he does. He
I mean,
for
him
the
and
way
Joe
he
Burrow
plays, he doesn't get
hurt.
nailed.
Yeah, but whatever. The thing with Lamar is he's still got a lot of tread on his tire, but the fans out there are frustrated because they haven't been to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just like the Buffalo fans. Like Buffalo has got to go this year. There's no
They don't
Kansas City
take
or
advantage
Baltimore
this
in your
week.
way.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you got to go.
No more
Joe
excuses.
Burrow
New
can't stop
England.
And if
you.
you
Right.
got knocked off by
No
New
more
England
excuses.
again,
Right.
then just
Right,
shut
exactly.
the door and move to
Exactly. So
Niagara Falls.
that's the kind of frustration. There's different levels of frustration. There's
Yeah.
the Baltimore and the Buffalo and the Pittsburgh. And then there's that Dolphin frustration
Right.
where you
Just
can't
being bad,
where you
yeah.
can't even have a winning season. But they're frustrated and with Lamar because you can't get to a Super Bowl. So we'll see, Lubie, when the dust settles. As I said, the season is still going. We'll see when Baltimore says, "Well, if we get rid of him, what's our option?" That
Right.
might be the thing where they say, "All right, hold up with this, get rid of Lamar."
I don't see any team that would want to do a Lamar Jackson for Tua trade.
Oh,
I mean,
dude,
So
I-
wait,
I'd
wait.
I
fire
don't
the
see Tua as
executive
a
on the
starting
spot.
quarterback
No,
next year.
the
He'll be a
executive-
backup somewhere,
The
right?
executive will be fired on the spot.
Yeah,
Bringing
That's
Tua in.
Luka for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Who's injured again, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what's new? It'd
all right.
be news if he was
Well,
healthy.
Basically, the bottom line is this: Chris Perkins, you're screwed. Your off season is going to be very busy,
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
filled with
yeah.
chasing down rumors
Yes.
and trying to pin down people and things. And not.
But you know what? But here's what I always say about the Dolphins. At least they're interesting and they keep us relevant. They're not like the Marlins where they're bad and nobody cares. At least people still care
we
about.
care for now.
As long as people care to cuss the Dolphins out, that's good. That'll get me some clicks. So that's good.
And now let me just quickly ask, because you were pretty adamant early on that McDaniel is not the long-term answer.
Yeah.
How you been getting along?
There's no small talk. I'll tell you
Oh,
that.
really?
Oh, yeah?
It used to
He's a little
be,
cold?
you at the start of the press conference, we would go and we would put our tape recorder on the podium.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
There's no eye contact. There's no small.
So you haven't been
talk.
invited into his office for any kind
No,
of
I have not.
no.
I have not.
powwows?
I have not. I got a dirty look from his wife, and
Ooh,
Really?
you know, when the wife and the relatives start giving you the
yeah,
stink eye,
yeah.
that means that you're doing your job.
You're doing a good
Well,
job.
I don't know about that. That means they think I'm a jerk.
Well, you've been calling for his head every day for 3 years.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
yeah, I know. She's finally
it's
ready to take my
McDaniel
head off.
derangement syndrome.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
But
So-
not necessarily without some
But you
kind
know
of
what?
basis.
I'll say this. It's not personal with Mike.
Yeah,
I
no,
like
he's
him.
like a
I
decent guy.
respect
Yeah,
Mike,
he's fine, yeah.
but
We
he
all
just
like
hasn't
him
gotten
as
the
a human
job done.
being. He seems like
Yes, he is. He's a decent human being. He's just when you're handed the best talent that this organization has had in 20 years, and you can't even win a playoff game. I'm sorry. You need to go. The quarterback needs to go, and the GM needs to go.
And I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think because Echan, do you think
Echan,
is he a long-term viable? Like, is he durable enough? Because it frosted my ass. Like, you see him, he runs hard, he runs strong, but then they pull him when it's 3rd and 1, and they hand the ball off to Gordon, who gets like stutter steps and stops, and like. If you can't have your best player in when you need a crucial yard, and that's happened several times in the last few weeks. So what do you foresee? Is he a long-term answer? Do they just need to spot him better and save him for 3rd downs instead of chewing him up later, or what?
He's part of the long-term answer, definitely, but you need like a 2-back system like Detroit has with Gibbs and
See, I
Montgomery.
like Gordon. I think Gordon's
About
an
Kareem
interesting running
Hunt.
back.
These third
You
down
like Gordon?
situations.
I
Yeah.
like Gordon. yeah.
Wow.
Why do you like?
I
Gordon?
don't think they use Gordon enough. That's my
He's
problem.
come
with
up
Gordon.
short every time. Like there was.
Who
two
do you
times-
like, Gordon?
I like Gordon. I just don't think
Yeah.
they use him enough.
I mean, I don't
I'd like to
know.
see him more.
You know, I don't know if Ali is your short yardage answer.
He-
Alexander Madison was a good back in
He got
training
hurt,
camp.
you know.
He was just in the locker room the other day, by the way,
Okay.
but he could be a short yardage answer if
Yeah.
he gets medical clearance to
Yeah,
come back
yeah.
from that neck injury. They used to have Chris Brooks, who has been
He
doing
was interesting
well in Green
camp.
Bay the last couple of
course.
years. But if you have Achan and then you have somebody to go with Achan,
Yeah.
you're that's the right solution, because Achan is at 191 pounds.
Yeah.
He's
No, he's not
I
a
don't.
big back.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer he's gonna. This
I don't
is
see him
back-to-back.
being more than 3 years. And I mean, like, if you're
But
going to
as
use
a-
him,
Right,
They
if you're
use
going to
him a
give him
lot.
20 touches a game for the next 3 years, good luck.
Yeah.
You need somebody to share that load with him, but he's part of the solution. He's not the solution.
right? All right.
But I would definitely bring him back, 100%.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
not,
on
not a
rookie
pretty
deal.
picture, Mike Mayo. I
Yeah.
mean, whatever this is,
There's a lot of-
You know, it's not as bad. It's
well,
not
happy
that
hour
bad.
ended a half hour
Well,
ago.
it's just
I mean,
annoying because it's funny
It's
that
just more
the
mediocrity. It's
issue
not bad,
they've had
though.
for so long, and we joked about it, is the offensive line. The funny thing is, Greer on his way out, it took him 20 years. He never figured out the offensive line. This is the best offensive line they've had in a long, like outside of one of the guard
It is, but you
spots.
still got to add to it.
Yeah, I don't think they have 5 dudes, but I think they have 3.
They've got 3. They've got a center, a left guard, and a left tackle.
Yes.
And the left guard we'll see.
Yeah,
But you've got to get a right guard and a backup right tackle, because you can't
Guys
trust
are gonna get
Austin
hurt.
Jackson.
All right.
how's
Let's
Barry Jackson.
let's
That's the
I
question.
sit right next to him every day.
Yeah.
Fares
Oh,
very
nice.
well.
I love Barry.
What does he think about this?
let's
He's been very tough. on the
let's
offense.
move on from the Dolphins talk.
Yep, yep.
Let's just do a little. You know what? We
Yeah,
got to do our
take a
first
break.
break.
Yes, we have to
Yeah,
take a
because Joe Beja is going to join us. We'll do a contest.
Where is Beja?
We'll talk a little post-Christmas wrap-up.
He was
Uh,
lamenting his Giants actually in the chat. He's like, my Giants are in the same freaking spot. They need a GM, and I have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
they might have a quarterback, right?
Pro
Jackson Dart?
Football
If he can stay
Focus
healthy.
does. Pro Football Focus has a mock draft where the Dolphins trade with the Giants for the #1 pick, and the
Yeah.
Dolphins take Fernando
Which I don't
Mendoza,
get
the
that.
quarterback from
I
Indiana.
don't like that at all.
Is he not great?
No.
A Mendoza.
He's not that great,
No.
but he's the
I mean,
#1. He's going to be the
He's the
#1
best
pick.
quarterback,
He's
yeah,
Heisman
yeah,
Trophy
yeah.
winner.
Mendoza in Miami sounds
Yes.
like a perfect
Oh, he's
fit.
from here. He's
Yes,
from
he's
Miami.
from Columbus High School.
I
Yeah,
think
Columbus
he's.
High,
I
yeah.
The Mendoza line will be below the
Yes,
Mendoza.
yes, not
Exactly,
Mario,
exactly.
but but Fernando.
Before the first break, let's talk about the Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. It
Yeah,
is coming up
fast
right after
approaching.
the holidays, right as we get into the new year. January 19th to the 25th. It's going to be a great time all week. And if you use the promo code Lunchbox when you go online to vlfoodwine.com, again, VL, like Visit Lauderdale, foodwine.com, you go online, you see which events you want to go to, and pretty much all the seminars and special classes and all the big ticket events, the Thursday night walk and roll, the Asian themed event, Friday night barbecue. the Saturday grand tasting, the Sunday brunch on the beach. All 4 of those events, use the promo code Lunchbox. You get an extra 15% off the already low ticket price. Tickets are going fast for the grand tasting. It's going to be sold out, I'd say, in the next week or two.
Yeah.
So get online, hop on it now, and you get that extra savings by using the Lunchbox promo code. And also, a lot of the dinners are sold out, but I think there still remains a couple of some seats left for the Juan's dinner with our friend Alex over at Juan's Chinese Mandarin
There's
House.
a proposal on the board here.
and
Wait a
it
minute.
says-
Look
it
at this.
says-
Linda, will you marry me?
Okay.
What do you think
good
the
luck with
answer is going to be
Linda.
to that?
I think
I would hope yes. if you're
I
doing
hope
it
it's
here.
yes.
Do you think she's looking at the board,
I
or
hope
is
you're
she like,
researching if you're doing it here.
wow, is that
Yeah.
you? No, Mayo, you would be Val. I
No,
mean,
there is no.
Is that you, Chris? Put that up. Linda, will you marry me?
There's no proposal.
Unless Linda's a very
But
rich
the
widow.
only
No, it's
proposal-
not me.
She's an oil baroness.
All right. My proposition to you, dear
Get to the
audience,
Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine
blfoodwine.com and get online, get your tickets today. Makes a perfect, well, it's not a stocking stuffer anymore. It's just a good,
great way to start your year.
good gift to start the year.
How do we not have this
All right.
trifecta, though? He be hopping, holy dancer, and step slow.
That's it. I'm a step slow.
That incorporates everything
Always.
that you
All of us
possibly
there.
need
There you go.
into the dance kind of
Sometimes-
concept here.
Sometimes the racing is easy as just figuring out the hunch plays. So
There you
that's it. Hold My Bourbon is a horse later in the day, and I will be
Nice.
betting, plunging on that heavily. All right, let's take the first break. We'll come back with more with Chris Perkins, and Joe Beja will join us after these words.
Where's your boy?
Hey, Lunchbox fans, is it time to sell your business? You've poured your heart and soul into your restaurant or business, and you want to see continue the legacy you have built. Transworld can help. Call me, Andy Cagnetta, at Transworld Business Advisors right now and see if it's time for you to retire and relax. Iconic brands like the Mai Kai, Mulligans, Carlos and Pepe's, Mangoes, and many more turn to Transworld to help sell. Contact Transworld on Facebook or call 954-772-1122 or visit tworld.com. Again, that's 954-772-1122 or tworld.com.
When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks. They're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Guess who's back and better than ever? Juan's. For the best in classic old school Chinese cuisine, a family-run South Florida favorite since 1966. It's at 664 North Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Chef Alex is carrying on the family tradition that started 4 generations ago. It used to be known as Christina Juan's Mandarin House, and you're going to love it as Juan's. They've got all your favorites: wonton soup, spare ribs, egg rolls, dumplings, Peking duck, and more. Combo lunch specials daily and takeout and delivery. For more information, go to their Instagram page at wans.fl. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 and the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Do you love Italian food? I mean, who doesn't love Italian food? Well, have I got a great new place for you, Elvis Italian Grill. It's at 4261 Griffin Road in Dania Beach, right near State Road 7 and the Hard Rock Casino. It's named for its owner, Elvis, and it has all your favorites: pizzas, pastas, veal chops, fresh fish, lunch specials, happy hour, and has one of my favorite chefs, the wonderful Manuela. There's full bar, great wines, al fresco dining on the deck with a water view. Open for lunch and dinner every day but Monday. For reservations and information, go to elvisitaliangrill.com. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk and Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for Sunday brunch and Taco Tuesdays, including their new burrito tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Hey, it's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox. Chris Perkins here, Jeff DeFotofaros, Mike Lubie, Lubitz, Gulfstream Park.
Food's
Ten
good
Palms.
today, man. Food's
It's
good.
good every day.
Excellent.
You're taking a little sampler. I see you yourself.
Yeah,
here.
I
You
did a
try to
walk.
resist, yeah.
I got
You got out of the house?
The
I
Bible
got a
is really
good
good.
Excellent.
4-mile walk in this morning.
Oh,
Beautiful
nice.
morning.
Couldn't have been any
along
nicer,
the
yeah.
New
Yeah, the
River.
weather's nice.
Enough of the sports for now.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
going to get into a contest, but first let's do a little bit of Christmas wrap-up. Did everybody have good Christmas?
fantastic
What did
Christmas.
you eat, Lubie? Did you guys
We do
have
Christmas Eve, Noche Buena,
Mhm.
being
Nope.
Latin,
Pork?
Hispanic background. They at my in-laws.
Did you have the
Christmas
whole
Eve,
pink thing going?
They don't do cajachina, but
Oh.
they do
right.
roasted pork, lechon asada. They do
I got to say, that freaks me out when they have it in the early
the
stages
spit.
and the pig's like still alive and it's on there. I mean,
right.
I don't
Still
know
has
that
a
I
spleen
find
in
it as
there.
appetizing
Right,
as I
right.
once did
Right.
when I thought about just going and eating one once it was cooked. I don't know.
The pig haggis.
Yeah.
So they don't do that, but it was good. And then yesterday we go back Christmas Day. We could go to their house in the morning in pajamas. Luca got lots and lots and lots of gifts, and then we at my house. We had both sides of the family, and it went really well. Actually, everything went well. It was a great Christmas, and really looking forward to
What
New
did
Year's.
Luca get? Any,
Oh God, a lot.
a
A lot of
lot.
bath toys,
Like
a lot of onesies,
Yeah, I
a
was
lot
gonna say
of
clothes. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
Yeah.
you get clothes at this age. 'cause you gotta
toys,
throw 'em, right?
even though he can't use them really
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
But he was a star of the show. He was barely awake, and
Did he
um,
have a little Santa outfit?
he had a Christmas outfit, yes, surely.
Okay.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
like the lion for Halloween or the
Okay.
Fakakta turkey thing for Thanksgiving.
turkey
Was it a
one, I
dolphin
would've-
jersey, a Tua jersey?
Yeah.
It was not Dolphins.
You get those Tua
did get a
jerseys.
onesie.
Quinn Ewers jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
Those Tua jerseys are worth about as much as my
Right.
Dennis Schmidt jerseys that I bought like 1,000 of them one year.
Actually,
thinking you,
you should get
Gonna
him
be a star.
the Tua pajamas that he was
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
HBO show.
Yeah.
That might be had for a song these days. All right, Defo, did you do anything?
Oh, it was
Did you go to
great. Yeah,
Jesse,
no, I was
or-
with the family. Fantastic. Always a great time. Watching the grandkids. I don't know what the next generation is going to evolve into, but they never took their eyes off of the screens that they had,
Yeah, yeah.
punching away. And I'm watching these guys, and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen fingers move this fast. and you're looking at an old fart here that I have no idea what the hell they were doing.
Right.
And they notice stuff intuitively. It's amazing. So it's a changing world, is what I observed from yesterday. But my man, Stan the Man, who used to work here at Gulfstream Park, Stan Chaka, he made a prime rib that came out great.
Excellent.
Nice.
It was-
Medium rare.
It was cooked perfectly, yeah, medium rare, and the seasoning
Nice.
was really good. And I don't know how he did it. I asked him, but I forgot what he said. And he did a great job. So, and there was a lot of prime rib floating around.
Man.
At,
No,
like,
I had a
you
lot
know,
of
good
beef.
prices.
actually.
Yeah,
I once ruined a prime rib so there's this cooking method where you turn the oven on, you blast the oven
Right.
and get it really hot, and then you stick the prime rib in,
Right.
and you
like
cook
a blast sear.
yeah,
or
like a blast, and then you turn it off.
Right.
And so
and then let it slow cook after that.
Yeah, it didn't
It
slow
didn't
cook
work.
after that. It was very raw. After like 3 hours,
Oh,
it was
wow.
very raw. It ruined the
No.
whole. It was like $128,
No.
prime rib, and
Oh,
it
you
was
hate-
just and so
butchering a
then
piece
you
of
end up
meat like
right.
that.
So then you end up cutting it and trying to cook it, piece by piece in the oven, and it was an absolute disaster. But
I'm bowing out for
And
Joe
right
Beja.
here
You're
on
bowing
cue,
out? Okay,
Joe
I guess he's
Beja is
leaving.
coming.
Oh,
We're gonna
Big
give
Joe.
We're sending Joe everywhere.
Defo the rest of the day off and tell him. Well, he'll get back for the last
Yeah, he'll
segment.
be-
But Joe
yeah,
Beja
man.
is here. He is fully caffeinated.
Joe Beja, is
We'll
he
get-
over? Is he over the losses of Jackson Dart and Cam? What's his
Scatterbo.
face? Scatterbo. Yeah, that's the question.
Well,
Well,
let's talk.
I still believe that Dart is our quarterback for the Giants. I mean, listen, you lose 3 offensive linemen, you have no weapons, and then you're up against a Brian Flores defense. It's
Yeah.
just definitely going to get to you when it's your 10th start. But
Okay, I
I'm
derailed
not-
the food talk. I'm sorry.
no,
I
no,
am-
no, no.
but
It's
I am
all
not-
good.
no. I love football. I
Yep,
was
yep, I
listening
know.
to you guys talking
I know.
about the GMs and so forth, but because the Giants are in the same boat.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep their GM that's been there with a 2-14 record following
Yeah.
a 3-14 record. It's ridiculous. It's just like the Dolphins.
It
New
is.
GM brings his own coach.
Right.
Just get it going,
Line it
start
up.
from scratch,
Right.
and line it up.
Right.
And unfortunately, they're going to get stuck with a $99 million contract with Tua.
Let me ask you
But-
this: when was the last time the Giants won the Super Bowl?
2012.
Yeah. So what are you
Like 10
complaining
years
about?
ago.
I know.
You've done it this
I'm not.
century.
I'm
Your
not.
team
good.
has done it
I
this
just-
century.
I just
Our
don't like
team-
the fact that we're a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
The only thing that
They
the
never
only thing the
were.
Giants have is like hope. And
Yes.
like me, I'm hoping
Right.
Dart is the guy.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
I've seen enough flashes of him against the Chargers and the
Yeah.
Eagles and the Broncos for 3 quarters that he can be our franchise quarterback if you surround him with the right weapons and
Yeah.
development.
Right. Correct.
And
Correct.
like you all are saying is, and I've heard a few different things, and like me for the Giants, I live for the off season right now because the season's so terrible. So you got to go like the guy Halifay, I think is his name, the assistant GM of Philly. He's getting a lot of traction.
Yeah.
Like he just analytics and he knows how to identify talent. And
Right.
you can go through the Georgia pipeline, but he brings in guys 2nd, 3rd, 4th round talents that other teams don't do well of.
Yep.
And the same thing with the Packers. I think the guy's name is John Eric Sullivan that's been going out
Yeah.
and doing interviews.
Yep.
Like these are the number 2s of franchises that trade well,
Yeah.
draft well,
Right.
Yep.
and this is your guy. These are
Yeah.
these are the people I think you need to go to. Like you
Yep.
said,
Right.
you
Yep.
need to go to from these people to do it. And then I heard an interesting comment from not Ryan Clark, Louis Riddick on ESPN, which I thought was great. Everyone talks about the Shanahan tree and the McVay tree and everything. When do you strike and pull from the Ben Johnson tree?
Did you already do that?
Like I thought. I mean, I know it's only his first year as a
Yeah,
head
you're already
coach,
doing that.
but when do you start?
It's
say-
freaking impressive, man. The
Yeah.
Bears were a
everyone's
disaster.
everyone's
Yeah.
talking. I mean, I'm not just saying as an OC because as just Giants, if you go for a defensive-minded head coach, you need to bring in an OC.
Yeah.
Do you call Antoine Randall and say, "Hey, you want to be a first-time offensive coordinator and
Right.
you learn from Ben Johnson and get the most out of Jackson Dart"? This is for me
Yeah.
because for us, for head coaches, what are we going to do?
Well, this is the time of-
Halfley from the Packers, Shula from the.
See, I like
Yeah.
Shula.
Chris
I
Shula.
would love
Yeah,
Shula.
Imagine
from the
if
Because
Rams.
he's doing a
went to-
hell of a job with the Rams.
Yeah,
and
so
then
that
obviously the
I'm
Shula
calling
story.
timeout on all this football talk. We're getting very granular.
Sorry.
It's the caffeine.
Very
It's the
granular.
caffeine.
It's very
and
easy for me to
also-
fall in the.
It's Festivus week, so every
It is.
football
Well, these are the
fan
areas
is
of grievances.
airing their
Yes.
grievances, which is fine. I
Right.
love my grievances,
Right.
but when it comes to the Dolphins and the Giants, it's wah. We'll look. It's frustrating. It's frustrating when the team that you root for or cover seems to be always futile and inept. But just remember, every year there's going to be 31 teams
Yeah.
that consider themselves a failure. Let's get to some happier times. Well, first of all, how was your Christmas, Joe? Everything good?
It
Your
was very
daughter
nice.
here
It
and
was very
everything?
nice. My daughter is home for the holidays, obviously from Florida State.
Yep.
And talk about another place that needs a coach. But anyway,
There you go.
You can
Touche.
unite the world through
That's
teams and coaches.
but yeah, my daughter's home. You like
Yeah,
your
my
daughter being
daughter's
home. It's the same
home.
thing.
It's
It's
great.
all good.
Let's have some
My
dinners.
mom has some recipes. I think I did most of the execution. Italian Christmas. We had lasagna.
Great.
Beautiful.
It's
Nice.
simple. And
Nice.
now it's you make a whole tray of it, and there's only 3 of us.
That's
So
the
I have
easy thing.
I have
Oh, man.
lasagna for like a week.
Nice,
At least
nice.
a week. So I'm good. I'm in a great mood.
That's good. Yeah, I next year I got to do a lasagna because Val and I hosted like her immediate family and their offspring, and that's still 24 people. There's like all these sisters and siblings and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. It was great having 24 people over the house, but getting together the whole feast. And we had 7 different dishes that we prepared. Some of them were easy. It was shrimp cocktail from Delaware Seafood, where I just made the cocktail sauce, but we also had oysters on the half shell. Val made a great mignonette. And then there was linguine and clams and a tenderloin and asparagus and Caesar salad. And for 24 people, that's a lot of I felt like you, Joe. It was like
my Super Bowl party. Yeah, Mom's already doing the menu for my Super Bowl party.
I can't wait. But it's like you got to have a game plan and execute. And I was making up lists and putting things on the chalkboard and crossing things off. But it all came off with that dish. And the tenderloin was perfect. I love a good piece of nicely medium rare cooked tenderloin. So kudos. And so it was a good holiday all around. And now we move on because you've got not just the usual brunches going on the weekends here at Ten Palms, but next week, New Year's Eve, a Wednesday night when there is no racing, but you're going to have a big New Year's Eve festivities.
Yes, we are. We are opening doors at 8 o'clock, and the buffet will kick in at 8:30, and the band. And so there'll be a live band. There'll be a DJ. So there are tickets available if you go on our website for www.gulfstreampark.com. We did make it a ticketed event to avoid cancellations no shows and so forth. So it'll send you over to Ticketmaster. And if you need assistance, please feel free to reach out to us. We're here to help. But you can buy tickets for tables, 4, 2, 6. It's
insane.
$109 per person plus tax and gratuity.
Wow.
Comes out to like $138.50 or something along those lines. But again, that'll be all inclusive with the fees and the gratuity and the taxes and so forth. And the buffet is just
to get live
phenomenal.
Entertainment, music all night. You get your bubbly at the end of the night, and then you could give the rundown right now and make Perk over here start drooling.
The buffet's running till midnight, right? You said after midnight.
Yes, buffet will run till midnight, and last call will be 12:30.
There you go.
But again, we have the full salad bar like we always do. If you're familiar with our Sunday brunches and Saturday buffets, so there'll be a full salad bar and a fruit display, crudité display, cheese, charcuterie. There'll be the chilled seafood bar with the shrimp, and this time we're adding the Jonah crab claws as well for New Year's Eve. Then there'll be a hot seafood bar. That'll include baked oysters, stuffed clams, and baked mussels as well. And then we'll have sushi and ceviche. And then the carving station will have prime rib and ham like we normally do. And we're adding roast leg of lamb. Leg of lamb for the carving station. Beautiful. And then the 10 hot items that'll be on the buffet will be seared sea scallops with prawns, rigatoni alla vodka.
Rigatoni. Everybody loves
butter poached lobster cannelloni, herb roasted salmon, Wagyu beef meatballs, and then we'll get to the sides, which will be fingerling potatoes, haricot vert, potato gratin, fruit gruyere, and Brussels sprouts.
Wow, beautiful!
What a freaking thing!
And of course, the desserts also. Don't forget, you guys got the great pastry chefs.
Amazing.
Yes, don't have the menu on that for
that's
but
okay.
You can't.
It's
that's all done in house.
I'm sure it's going to be a spectacular array of sweets and treats because. When I come here for the Sunday brunch buffet, which we sometimes do with the Lunchbox gang,
it's amazing.
I always leave room. Sometimes I start with dessert because I love those
the
little pastries and the pastries. Oh, it's good stuff. So it's going to be a fine time Wednesday, the 31st.
Yep, it's Wednesday.
And get your tickets now. Again, GulfstreamPark.com. Click on it. It'll send you to Ticketmaster. You do have to buy the tickets in advance, so it'll be a well worth every dime spent. That's going to be a great time. One last thing, the Miracle Bar is still going this weekend?
This is the last weekend for the Miracle Bar.
Right down at the Carousel Club,
Correct.
Right next to the track apron. And that's, again, a holiday-themed specialty bar with cocktails, right?
When you first pull in the
it's all great.
We might have to hit that right after the show.
I'm probably going to. Me and Big E will probably go down to the Carousel.
Head down there.
I'll join you.
That's tucked over in the corner back there. Okay,
He likes hanging out there.
I love going down.
We got a deal.
I mean, you're right on the rail, and you have all the Christmassy drinks if that's your thing too.
But it's fine.
The Christmas politan and the gingerbread
Will they be
old
serving
fashioned.
that now during the races? Or
Yes.
is it okay? Great.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
You got
day.
it. I know where I'm going at 2:00. So that's the Miracle Bar last weekend, and then we're getting into January 1st. There will be racing on New Year's Day, correct?
Correct.
Thursday.
Yes.
And that's a big day at the racetrack because all the horses celebrate their birthdays
birthday.
en masse.
Oh yeah,
All the
that's right.
2-year-olds
That's right. That's
turn
right.
3. I know my sister-in-law Tracy likes to be there
right.
for the cake. Like there's a cake with candles, and then they sing happy birthday to all the horses.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. That's nice.
They haven't ordered it from me yet. Maybe it's Publix.
Or maybe I'm making it up. I
I don't
just
know.
think,
We'll
but
see.
it's I know
I'll
that
have to
there's
ask Dave Joseph.
a little celebration for the
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah.
And again, all the 2-year-olds on the ground who are going to be on the road to the Triple Crown and the
Yeah.
Florida Derby, they all turn 3 on next
Year's.
Thursday. So it's going
Nice.
to be a fun time. So, and then we get to the Pegasus, right? The
Yep,
Pegasus
Pegasus
Cup
will be on the
Yeah.
24th. Correct. Still plenty of tickets available for general admission. There's 2 different types, or 3 different types of general admission, actually. The main building itself for general admission will have the general admission ticket, then also an enhanced ticket that will include alcohol, which is just sponsored by Stella Artois, Neutral, Seltzer, and a few other options. Not all the bars, but there'll be an area for that, all year
Right.
inclusive. And then there's a GA ticket also for the Carousel Club, which is $200. There'll be live DJs all day,
Nice.
and the cash bar for that option, as well as the food containers. We'll be serving food. Other than that, 10 Palms is pretty much sold
Booked,
out.
right.
Yeah, Sardelli's is going to be
right.
here for the owners
For the
and the
owners,
trainers, and
special.
that's about
experience. Yep.
340 people, and we're going to sell we had booked about another 700-800 more tickets.
Yep.
And the rest of 10 Palms
It's a busy
is pretty
day.
much done.
Hectic day.
Yeah.
For those who want, maybe the following week, we were going to go back to the Taste at the Track, where it's going to be the tacos and tequila, which
Correct.
is usually popular.
Yes.
And tickets are on sale now, also
Yes.
at Gulfstreampark.com. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure, absolutely. So that'll be on January 31st, the last day of the month. That is the Holy Bull Day. So that, again,
Yeah.
another big stakes race day leading up to the Kentucky Derby. That'll be tacos and tequila. All the big name brand tequilas will be here. Chef will do his fantastic tacos menu. I believe tickets
85, I think you said.
they
this
bumped
go
up $10. I think
Yeah.
it's 95 for VIP,
and 85 for the.
or 75, I think, for the GA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they went up about $10 each.
I think you said
It's still a
75
great
Yeah.
value.
That's
because
It's a
you could
big,
get
it's a big race day too. We get a lot of people here, so
Yep.
it's a great card. The food will be great, and of course, unfortunately, my costs are going up too, like anything else. So, new year, a little bit of new pricing, but still
But
great
again,
value.
it's, unbelievable
Well, it's amazing.
valuable, especially if you're into the horses. You come out here, you
You're
get
here for
betting all
hours.
day.
Right.
and
You don't even
just
realize it's
Just
just
post
great.
up. Yeah, that's great.
It's fun
Yeah, it's
stuff.
great.
You can
So
drink. I mean,
looking
it's just
forward
blast.
to that. Again, tickets available for all these great Gulfstream special events, food events, and great racing days at Gulfstreampark.com. All right, are you ready for a contest?
Yes.
Let's go
All
for it.
right.
Let's do it.
I'm throwing a Mayo curveball today
Okay.
because we're not doing a restaurant for our trivia today. We're doing a food item.
Okay.
And again, today is Boxing Day.
Yes.
Yep.
Does anybody know the derivation, the I guess origin story of what Boxing Day is all about?
It means you're putting your stuff away, right?
No, I thought it was
I
in
don't.
England where you'd return your gifts, I believe, or pass the gifts along or something
So
like that.
it started in Victorian times when a lot of the aristocrats and had servants working for them. That the day after Christmas was meant to be a time where they would show their thanks towards their workers by giving them either gifts or money, because they all had to work on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for them. And then I don't know if they gave them the day off, but they gave them some presents, cash. And then it spread to also doing things for the less fortunate, where they would actually, some people would box up leftovers or hand out gifts
okay.
to the unfortunate, the destitute around. So that is the derivation of Boxing Day.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the sport of boxing.
No.
No.
Not
But-
pugilism day.
In our contest today, it will have something to do with the sport of boxing.
okay.
So here we go. It is time. And what you're going to do is email the answer to this week's food trivia question along with the horse selection for this week's Gulfstream Saturday contest race, which is race number 7 on the card, a full field of 12. It's a optional allowance race, but it's a really classy field. A lot of past stakes runners from all over the country. And again, it's a hard one. 12-horse field going a mile and 16th on the turf. And give me a number from 1 through 12. And then this week's NFL tiebreaker is, sorry, Perk, not the Dolphins.
No, don't say that.
I'm
We want to
heartbroken.
go for a meaningful game.
Right. So do I.
Oh
Has
my
anybody looked at
I
the
wanna
slate?
see one.
Do you
I
know
have
what
no
the
idea
most
what's going on.
meaningful game?
Dolphins have ruined
Giants Raiders for the first pick.
Oh, you
No,
guys have a shot at the first
That's
pick. Good for you.
the one I'm watching.
Sorry, loser bowl. No, that's
Go Raiders.
not it.
Go Raiders.
We're doing the Philadelphia Eagles at the Buffalo Bills game on
that's a good
Sunday.
game.
That's
There
going
you
to
go.
be the
That's a good
premier
game.
Fox matchup at 4:25 because the Bills are still, I guess,
Yeah.
angling for playoff position,
Yep,
and the Eagles are angling for playoff
Yeah.
position. And it's just two good teams, and we
Yes.
like that. So
Yeah.
you're going to give me the winner, the winning margin, and then the total points in the game. And you're going to give me all those elements to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. Again, you're going to email him to MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by noon tomorrow. And here we go. This week in a twist, no restaurants, but we're going to mark Boxing Day with a food item. The clues. Boxing Day is celebrated in England and other Commonwealth countries, but it has nothing to do with the sport of boxing. Sort of like how last week's Jake Paul Anthony Joshua fight in Miami also bore little relation to the sport. All right, now
Nice.
listen carefully. Perhaps the best one-word description of that spectacle,
Spectacle.
a one-word description of that spectacle can be summed up by this hard, round candy. Don't say it, just think it.
Okay.
Does anybody get it yet?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, in England, this candy is known as a gobstopper.
Mhm.
A huge version, the everlasting gobstopper. Boy, I'm tripping
You're
over.
going
my-
for it.
Yeah. A huge version of this food item, the everlasting gobstopper, was featured in Roald Dahl's 1964 novel
Yep.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which later became the Willy Wonka movies. And clue number 3, this sweet features boiled layers of sugar or corn syrup and flavorings and is meant to be consumed by slowly dissolving in the mouth. Those who bite on them risk a fate similar to that which befell Jake Paul.
Yep.
All right.
Changes colors too.
It changes colors.
Changes
as
colors
you eat
as
it.
the
Yes,
layers.
So you know it.
I know it.
Do you think? What do you think? Was this kind of a weird one? I kind of like it
I
on
like it.
Boxing Day.
It
I
tied
like
in. It tied into Jake Paul.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah. I like it.
That's
Yeah.
it. All right. So that's it. Email that food item along with the winning horse number 1 through 12 in race 7 tomorrow here at Gulfstream, along with the winner and victory margin total points in the Eagles-Bills game on Sunday. Send them all to me, MikeMayoEats@gmail.com by tomorrow at noon. All right. How's that for fun? All right. Now
There
we
you
can
go.
talk football again. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? We'll go to the expert first.
I-
Oh, God, I'm going to do
I have no idea on the
This year's
Super Bowl
freaking
or
weird.
the national championship.
And this
in
year's
college.
weird.
No.
I
Wow.
have no
It's
idea on
like
either
open.
of them.
It's
It's
wide
wide
open.
open. Wide
It's
open.
who's going to catch fire, you
Right.
know, in
Correct.
the playoffs.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, look, Texans are playing well. Jaguars are playing
Yeah,
well.
Yeah.
weird. It's-
I mean,
Yeah.
how do
the
you-
Pats,
I mean,
it's like,
Denver's playing
know,
well.
oh,
Yeah.
the Patriots. Like, how do you
oh,
pick any
yeah.
of those teams?
I don't know. The Denver thing, they always seem to find ways to win. I just don't like the fact. I read an interesting stat that says 8 of their 13 wins are against teams that don't make the playoffs,
Yeah.
and they're all by less than 1 score.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they barely get
All
by.
by less than
I
score.
like that they play defense.
They play really good defense.
Yeah.
So
and
does
Knicks has
Houston.
been
So does
smart.
That's Houston.
Knicks
Yeah.
hasn't gotten in the way,
So,
which could be
Right.
his
Bo,
problem.
right. Bo is not.
Houston Chargers game, I think tomorrow night is going to be interesting
Yeah.
too.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Chargers play good defense.
Yeah. So it's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
interesting
I
because
really
there's
don't
going to
know.
be some
Yeah,
people.
I
There's
think
going to be
it's
some
all
newcomers
wide
this
open.
year.
I don't
It's
even-
so wide open. I think even.
I'm just going to say in college, I think it'll be Ohio
I
State
think Ohio
or
State-
Georgia.
I think Ohio State's going to
Yes.
run through everybody.
I have no idea in the NFL. None.
Yeah.
I really don't.
The
man.
Rams
I
are
don't
the
even know
team.
who to pick.
The Rams are very interesting because they have the coach.
Right.
They have the
Yes.
veteran quarterback who
right.
people are forgetting about
Yes.
because
Oh, he's
he
the
was
MVP.
so weird with the Lions
Yeah,
that we
he's-
just wrote
yeah.
off Stafford.
He's the MVP.
Yeah.
this
And then
year.
the last 2 years with the elbow that never went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've retooled that defense.
Right.
Yes.
To lose Aaron Donald to then still be as good as you
Correct.
were, and Shula
Yeah.
is doing a fantastic job.
Yep.
The Rams are the team that we forget because we were worrying about the Eagles and the Commanders were supposed to be there and
Right.
the Packers.
Right.
The Rams have all the things you need, and they're in a tough division, and I think they will find their way out of that division, which will make them strong. I don't know. The Rams are a very interesting team to me.
They are, but I just think I'm a little worried about how the Seahawks beat them, and then they
Yes.
lost to the
Yeah.
Panthers.
Yes.
So they're just
Yeah.
beatable.
But
They
They're
are
a great
definitely
team. They're
beatable.
just beatable.
Everybody this year has proven to be
Yeah,
beatable.
look at the Bills. The
Who's gonna
Patriots aren't
peak
scary. The
and
Texans,
who
like,
gets home field
Yeah.
in certain
Yeah.
circumstances. I know who I'm rooting for, and this sounds weird.
Oh,
As
I know who
I don't
I'm
call
rooting
myself
for.
a Dolphin fan, but I'm rooting for Buffalo.
Me too.
Yeah, me
100%. I'm rooting
Me
for
too.
Buffalo.
I'm rooting for
I'm
those
not a Dolphin fan.
fans.
I just don't.
100%. Yeah.
I just
know.
don't trust. I don't trust their defense.
All right.
oh,
I'm rooting
yeah,
for them.
oh my god.
I don't
mean-
trust their history.
I mean, I mean,
Their history. They're going to break some. They're going to break
Yeah.
your heart.
All right.
They
We'll
are.
see. But again, it's good to have a root, and I'd rather see the Bills get in it from
Me
the
too.
AFC than the Pats or Houston
Agree.
or
What a
LA
great
Chargers.
story that would be.
But we'll see what happens.
The city could use it.
Oh, they would lose it.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. Meanwhile, we got to take our second break. We'll let Joe go. Before we take the second break, quick couple of notes here. Tropical Acres, our great friends and sponsors, the Studiali family, they just came off another great holiday. They served, I think, over 1,100 meals on Christmas Day, and they are ready to go tonight and this weekend, as usual. They just keep going, especially during the holiday season. All your friends, family, if they're visiting, take them to a place that really started it all, the steakhouse tradition in South Florida since 1949, 2500 Griffin Road. And they will be closed on New Year's Day, but opened on New Year's Eve. Nice. So if you want to get in there, let's say if you don't want to come out to Gulfstream later in the day, have a little steak earlier in the day, you could give or do a doubleheader. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
I'll do a prime rib.
They're not opening till 8.
Prime rib at 5, and then come over here at Gulfstream for the buffet at like 9:30. That sounds like a Mayo Bang Bang to me.
Yeah.
Lay off the Ozempic that day.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Tropical Acres, we love them. They're open every day but Sunday, and they also have a butcher shop if you're entertaining at home. Pick up some of their great roasts and rib, the prime cuts of beef, everything you want at Tropical Acres. And then let's get into Norman Love Confections as well. Norman Love Confections, you actually know the gentleman from your time working in the past. He used to be at the great Ritz-Carlton, and he was part of that chain, and then he broke off after a great career in pastries. He got into fine chocolates, and you too should get into their world of fine chocolates. The holidays have passed, but you can still give out a gift for New Year's Eve. 100%. If you forgot anybody, you want to just shower a little sweetness. The world needs sweetness. And Norman Love Confections, NormanLoveConfections.com is the place to go to get them. And again, for Valentine's Day, it'll be here before you know it. That makes a great gift because it's just such pretty little jewels. And it costs less than diamonds. That's good.
Yes.
And it's infinitely more
much
delicious.
more flavorful. Yeah.
And they got 2 dessert salons around town, one in Delray Beach, right there, South Federal Highway, 1911 South Federal, and then in Boca Raton on St. Andrews Boulevard, 21202 St. Andrews Boulevard, just behind the Town Center Mall. We love Norman Love Confections. I had a whole bunch of them this holiday season.
Yes.
I finished that box you gave me last week. Thank you very much.
Was it good?
That was really good. The tiramisu was really good.
Ooh.
Of course, you can't go wrong with like chocolate covered cherry. The Mexican
hot chocolate. I like that.
That had a nice little kick to it.
It's on the back end.
Yeah.
It does.
No, I really I enjoy that flavor. I love anything that has a little spice.
A little finishing spice.
Good stuff. All right, NormanLoveConfections.com. All right, Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Happy,
me.
healthy New Year.
Happy
We'll
New
see
Year.
you in 26.
Yes.
We'll see you next Friday. And until then, let's take that second break.
Right.
Do you love Italian food? When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, upscale food in a down-home setting, the chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Hey, it's Mike Mayo. When the Brooklyn boy in me wants a good bagel with Nova or some matzo ball soup, homemade knishes, or a great deli pastrami sandwich on rye, you know where I go? Grandpa's Cafe in Dania Beach. It's been around a long time, an institution, but a little over a year ago, a pair of New Yorkers came in, bought it, and refurbished the place. It's beautiful, and they are now serving great breakfast, brunch, lunch. They've got the omelets. They've got eggs Benedict. They've got all kinds of great baked goods like rugelach, Grandpa's is just off Federal Highway on Southwest 1st Street in Dania Beach. It's open 7 days. Go in there, tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. A tradition for South Florida sports fans for more than 30 years, Shenanigans. It's at 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach, the place to go for all your favorite teams and events and food that's not your ordinary sports bar fare. Award-winning wings, burgers, fresh fish, and more, TV screens galore, and all-day happy hour specials. The kitchen and bar are open into the wee hours, perfect for late-night bites and very close to the airport. For playoff action, football season, and a good time anytime, Shenanigans. Great seafood and more at Mignonette, Miami. It's in the Edgewater neighborhood at 210 Northeast 18th Street, close to the Arch Center and Heat Arena. Mignonette is open every day for dinner, and it serves the freshest fish and raw bar items with a daily selection of the finest oysters around. Chef owner Danny Surfer and his team are eager to please. Mignonette is Michelin Guide recommended and Lunchbox approved. For reservations and information, go to mignonnettemiami.com. The finest quality, warm hospitality, and world-class creativity. Those are the ingredients that make Daniel's, a Florida steakhouse, a special place. Come experience the restaurant that's Michelin Guide recommended and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved, with an impressive collection of steaks, seafood, and more, like their foie gras creme brulee. Daniel's is located at 620 South Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, just south of the New River Tunnel, open Tuesday through Sunday for dinner. For reservations and information, go to danielssteak.com. Fresh local fish, a sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hours 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. Same great Thai food, beautiful new location. I'm talking about Eat Thai, now in Boca Raton at 6299 North Federal Highway. Thai cuisine is having a moment, and Chef Sopanut makes some of the best in South Florida. A hip and modern spot with authentic Thai street food and some innovative twists. The spicy oxtail soup, Thai bouillabaisse, shrimp ceviche, and classic noodle dishes will wow you. And they now offer full liquor and craft cocktails too. Open every day but Tuesday for lunch and dinner. Go to eatthaiflorida.com for more information. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox at 10 Palms at Gulfstream Park, and we're going to wrap up this edition. Defo, without giving away the name of the contest food item that we're looking for, you were sharing a story that growing up in Brooklyn, you used to love these things because not by eating them and sucking them, but
no, we never ate them. You couldn't eat them unless your father was a dentist, which yours was.
Right.
This goes back into the 50s, and we would be in the movie theater, and of course, a bit mischievous. And you would ask for the hardest candy that you could find at the candy counter, and it happened to be this. And we would buy a couple of boxes of it, and we'd fire them around the theater. This was like this constituted social violence back then. Like a pea shooter was a big thing if a guy brought one into school, a slingshot.
Exactly.
But now it's changed, of course. But they were the hardest MF and candies that you could ever. I mean, other than root beer barrels, which I don't want to give it away, but it's not that.
Right.
Yeah.
This was it.
It's a one-word description of the Jake Paul fight, and
Perk probably hit it right away.
I got it. Now you guys were discussing whether Jake Paul. I mean, we thought it was a joke going in, especially going against a former world champion, but. You're saying he's not the worst boxer you've ever. Well, actually,
I called him actually the worst boxer ever.
Boxer.
And there's no question, and it was this guy Joe Smith. But and it's gotten millions of views. I don't know that anything I've ever done has received more viewership than this.
It's great.
Worst boxer ever. And,
what do people Google to find that? Clip?
Worst boxer ever.
If you put worst boxer ever into YouTube, there's like 12 of Defo.
Come in.
It comes
like
up.
Defo all over the place.
This was 30-something years ago at the Sun Dome in Tampa. It was a fill bout because there were some early knockouts in the prelims. So they threw a bout in there that probably wasn't, I don't think it was scheduled for the TV broadcast. And sure enough, I mean, we had interviewed this guy before the fight, and we thought there's something wrong with this guy. And when he gets in the ring, nothing more hysterical than this Joe Smith fight.
Oh, here we go.
On Prime Network.
And hearing a young Defo do the play-by-play is just scintillating, especially when you said Like you seem so befuddled by what was in front of you.
We didn't know what to expect. We had no idea it was going to be this bad. We knew the house fighter was going to win, but we didn't know it was going to look this bad.
But you said it's like a rock'em sock'em robot.
It did. It looked like
rock'em sock'em robots.
Looked like something. And my friend,
love it.
my friend
This
Charles
guy.
J. ended up saying the line of the century. I've fallen and I can't get up.
Wait, they didn't show the whole clip. This was the.
But he was the worst. But Jake Paul is not the worst. Chris, covered a lot of boxing. I remember him from back in the day. I think he might have covered like a Jorge Lujan fight or something at Miami Highlight. But I mean, he's not the worst I've ever seen. I mean, he's not great or anything. But
It's not so much a fight with Jake Paul.
Yeah.
It's an event. It's an event.
Yeah.
And it's like the
spectacle.
old, it's like the old Danny Bonaducci where you wanted to see him get knocked out, because he shoots
Celebrity
his mouth
boxing,
off. So right, that's what it's like.
Screech.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be fighting Screech if he was still alive.
There he
Right,
is. There's your man.
Jimmy Smith.
Jimmy
His son,
Smith.
Joe
Jimmy
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go out with that. Lubie, any big plans for the weekend? Just some.
No, I mean the last few days have been.
Man, let me ask
hectic.
you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
The beef tenderloin now. I'm interested because I saw a recipe once for beef tenderloin where you wrap it in kosher salt and oregano and kosher salt, and you put it in a dish towel, and you put it on top of the coals of the barbecue, not on the rack, on top of the coals. You turn it a couple of times. I don't know if you guys have ever had
Who's
fish.
doing this, man? The Big E?
Oh well, there's
No, if you've ever had
salt-covered,
fish, right,
salt-baked
salt-covered-
fish.
Correct,
Yes.
and that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
yeah,
principle
yeah. I
that
guess
you
that's the
use
same-
with the tenderloin.
Yeah.
No,
And it's just salt. It's kosher salt mixed in
Val
with oregano.
was a
So
traditionalist.
you guys,
She just
okay? So
did
you put it
kosher
in the
salt
oven.
and pepper,
Okay.
coated it,
That's
and
I
then
didn't know
threw
if
it in
you
the
had any
oven
tricks.
for about a little less than an hour. I think
Yep.
like at 3. I don't know what the temperature was. She did the
Yeah.
cooking. I did the
Okay.
supervising. I just yelled at people like Gordon Ramsay. Like,
There you go.
No,
Don't
that
put that
salt
there.
and cased fish, though.
That's
I've
great.
been to that
right?
restaurant.
That is absolutely great. I've
In
done it at
Atlantic
home.
City, there's a place that featured that. My friend Jersey Joe Mouthy, may he rest in peace. He ordered it, and I'm looking at it going, what the hell is
That's
that?
great.
And it actually was really, really good.
I love
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
that's salt crusted.
All right.
Yeah.
hey, one last thing. Speaking of boxing, coming up at the end of next month on Thursday, January 29th, our friend Evan Darnell on the Red Meat Lovers Club is holding their annual boxing food battle match. And this year's food item that's going to be a battle is the cheesesteak, which has been a topic of a lot of
Yeah, there's, like,
discussion.
Now,
fights
is
and
Wicked in?
battles.
I don't know. I've got to work on
We
Brian.
should try and
I'll
get
tell you
Wicked.
what, because I was wearing my Wicked cheesesteak shirt. I dug it out of the closet the other day, and I was wearing it actually to Brews Room for the Sunday football extravaganza. And I can't tell you how many people mentioned to me that they love Wicked cheesesteaks.
how could you
And then
not?
on the back, it had like the back of the shirt. I don't know if you remember this, but it had some contest
Yes. There's
and
supposed to be a
reference,
cheesesteak
and
contest.
everybody's asking me, "Where is that? When is that?"
and we
And
never
I'm thinking, "Where's Mayo? Mayo!"
we're trying to get it off
When
the
is it?
ground.
You need to get him at that. This
Brian,
thing,
look, and I'm trying to get Brian involved in this. We're going to get the gentleman who has Burger Stop that does the duck fat infused cheesesteak. He's in.
Ooh.
I know a couple
Duck
of
fat
Evans
infused,
people.
yeah.
That's
insane.
good with
Sounds
anything,
kind of sexy.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's going to be also a night of amateur boxing where they have it
Nice.
at the Delray Beach Boxing Club. So go online to rmlc.com. That stands for redmeatloversclub.com. January 29th is going to be a fun time. And, it'll be awarding a cheesesteak crown and also some great boxing matches. It's a lot of fun. RedMeatLoversClub.com. And I think if you use the promo code Mayo, you get like $20 off the ticket price. So
Nice.
that's good.
How much could the ticket be? It can't be that much more than that. It's
That's
unbelievable.
great.
Yeah,
It's
Oh, it's a little steep. All right.
It's,
All right.
they're doing it for charity.
I'm still on
It's a
duck fat
charity.
infused.
Duck
I'm
fat-
still.
Maybe we
I
could
can't get over that.
Maybe we could get some media passes.
That's going to be a fun time. All right. This is the last live broadcast
It
of
is of
the
2025.
25.
Wow.
We're going to be taking off next week with some encores, which seem to do better than the live shows.
They
which
definitely do
makes
well,
me
and I don't
question
understand why.
all of my life.
You got to wonder what's happening.
Choice.
there.
Hey,
Yeah, Maybe you were better in the past.
In
Yeah.
2 years, this episode is going to
It's gonna
blow up.
kick
It's
ass.
going to blow up. Right?
Especially all that Mike McDaniel talk.
That's
I mean,
right.
people love that.
He's
That's right.
long
They
gone.
love
When
it.
McDaniel has won a Super Bowl, we're going to look stupid.
What we have to do is eliminate turnovers and
Yes.
cut down on mistakes.
It's
That's
gonna
right.
come
That's
down,
right.
And we're home
That's
free,
right.
baby. Yeah.
and then it comes down to special teams.
Yes.
But let's just I know a lot of places people whatever they have their best of lists and their favorites and their highlights.
Yep.
I don't know. I can't think of one particular thing, but is there any kind of food or restaurant experience that you've had in the past year? And you've traveled a bit with the Dolphins. Were any great meals on the road, or what sticks out to you, Chris Perkins?
Well, recently I stayed in the Bronx for the first time.
Oh wow!
Really?
And I went to Bronx Little Italy. And
Arthur
man,
Evans.
yeah, it was
the
it was
Bronx
outstanding.
Italy,
Yeah, it was
insane.
outstanding, man. The butcher shops and the bakeries and the restaurants and all that. So, yeah, that was a definite highlight.
Did you have
recently.
a sandwich? A good
I had a few good things. I had a nice
prosciutto and mozzarella or something.
I had some good prosciutto.
Prosciutto.
Prosciutto. Yeah, that's right. It's prosciutto. Right.
They drop the last vowel.
They do drop that. Yeah. I had a nice Italian sandwich up there.
Nice.
And then I had another thing that I can't remember it was kind of a European type pastry with some meat wrapped inside. Started with a B. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't Italian, but anyway.
Not Italian. Okay.
Yeah. But it was it was excellent.
Okay.
I had to
I'm
look up
glad
the
to
name
get
of it.
around and
yeah,
get to explore. Me, I'm like a shark. I can't even look back. I just keep moving forward, and whatever falls into my mouth, I go forward. And it's going to be another great year of eating. What a great month we've had.
December's fantastic.
Chuck, we definitely made it to some of Fort Lauderdale and South Florida's finest eateries. And we're going to do more of the same.
Yeah,
in
January should be a lot of fun.
2026. It's going to be a great time, especially with the Food Fest coming up.
Yep.
And I look forward to that. Let's just quickly wrap up. I'm not getting into resolutions, but all I know is I did set a goal earlier this year that with being on Ozempic and trying to find better health, that I wanted to be in the 100s and be like 199 pounds by the end of the year. Well, that's not going to happen. I basically plateaued, but my blood sugar numbers are excellent. I feel good. I've been working out.
Good man.
I feel healthier. I look better than a year ago.
100%.
Defo constantly.
You look
No,
vastly
not even
thinner.
close.
You look vastly thinner.
So I feel good, but I kind of just plateaued at the 220 mark,
Okay.
which I guess qualifies me as a heavyweight. But
You could fight Dwayne Bobbick.
Yeah.
He made a comeback. Yeah.
So
Is Bobbick still alive? I don't even know.
So even though I failed miserably to meet my goal, I don't consider myself a failure. I just consider myself.
You got to push a little harder.
Yeah, you got another year to get it right.
There you
Up the dosage.
Yeah.
Cut down on the gummies.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's counterintuitive.
Yeah, don't make that a resolution.
Yeah.
It's just a suggestion.
I would increase the dosage of the gummies and forget about the Ozempic.
That's right.
Lifestyle. Who cares if you're fat at that point?
Right. Have an attainable goal.
We shall see what 26 brings. But
Happy
meanwhile,
New
everybody,
Year,
thanks for being with us. We'll see you again right back here
next
at
Friday.
Gulfstream next Friday. Until then, have a great, happy, healthy, and prosperous new year and enjoy every sandwich.